Beginner's Walkthrough is a series that should help the new players of SimCity learn the basics of the game. The series will include me and another player doing commentary as I build. During gameplay, my partner will ask me questions that a beginner might ask. My hope is that my answers and actions will help new players understand this game better.
But Yuto, doesn't Cities in Motion revolve around you building buses, etc.? And those are the contests, I mean.
I suggest that they do a video contest because I would definitely like to see that. I could add services in my city to add jobs as well. Don't really need any schools, but I could add it, which would bring in jobs. Could add a police station. Could add a large fire station. It's not my prettiest city, but
It does the trick, doesn't
it
it?
does the trick, yeah. And the main objective was to hopefully help somebody else out that's just starting and not knowing exactly what to do. And hopefully I provided some useful information. Well, I should say we because you helped out, Max, quite a bit.
Yeah. Mm, I guess.
Now it's pretty foggy in my city right now. Coming tonight. I'm looking over it. Oh, that's right. You destroyed your city, right? And rebuilding?
I'm rebuilding at the moment.
Because I looked over and all I saw was one building.
Yeah, there's still one building standing. You might have some problems with City Hall.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to raise my taxes back up after moving my city hall. Because whenever you move and change things, it'll drop the taxes back down to 9%.
It does? Oh,
Yes.
okay. I'm having this weird glitch that I try to make a corner, but when I do so, the road it connects to is it's not aligned anymore. It goes it's not straight anymore.
Oh, really?
There's a bend in it. It's really weird. Let me just.
I went ahead and added transportation and utilities as a backup, but I'm not upgraded enough to add tourism, so hopefully it doesn't kind of disconnect on me. I think I'll close these missions because they're not really working that well. You know what? I might add another house of worship. Since I did church before, I'll do another church now. Oh, perfect. Phone call. It's work. I'll have to call him back here in just a few minutes.
Ryan, we need you. Can you come work, please?
Well, it's contract work. It's not like I am an employee of the company.
Ah, okay.
We've played about 2.5 hours.
We do? Wow, that's quite a lot actually.
Okay, let's see how I'm doing. Okay, I'm down to 722 unemployed, and we have available jobs in medium and high wealth. So I can add a couple more parks. Oh, look at there. Zero unemployment. but now we have 1,000 available jobs for medium wealth. So I could add a few more zones where there will be medium wealth. But I think the city's kind of finished for me, except for making it a little pretty. So I'm going to, and normally I do this earlier before now, but I'll go through and add a bunch of trees.
You can also add some trees on the
The
big
roads.
streets.
You could do them on any streets, except for, I don't think you could do it on dirt roads. And once you
Click, click,
get
click.
close to the beach area, trees don't add. But I wanted to integrate um, the park with the city, but I didn't get a chance to. But anybody that wants to see that, you can go to my YouTube channel, so just search for SimCity Brian, and you'll be able to see showcase number 5. I built the city and integrated it with the amusement park. And it's as simple as just adding tunnels or bridges to integrate the two together. Okay, it already looks much better. I should have done that a long time ago. Usually I do early on. Then you have the roadside swaying tree, you have a roadside shade tree, and roadside rustling tree. And all I do is just randomly just go around and click, and it'll plop trees in different places.
They should add a tool which lets you randomize the trees you place on the roads.
Yes, they should add a tool that spray paints it too, to where you just hold the button down.
That would cost a lot of money though.
Well, I'm gonna sue EA for carpal tunnel syndrome. I'm joking. I'm joking. They're gonna sue me for slander. Well, that wouldn't be slander, but sue me for something. I would not do that to anybody. Oops. You know, this whole time I never added another patrol lot to the police station. I will add one because we have one crime committed.
Well, you're still using the basic police station, basic fire station.
Is if you have a small enough city and you add the services that you need in time, like enough jail cells, enough patrol cars, the same thing with clinics, you never have to upgrade to the larger ones. It's because if you don't add them soon enough, they kind of can get out of control, and you do have to have the bigger facilities.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of clicking here. I think that would be enough. I want to see what that looks like. We have 334 unemployed, which is not too bad. So, hey George, how you doing? Got the carpal tunnel myself. Well, George, I got your phone call. I told everybody I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes. This is a guy that I work with at Media Services. Wow, how did you get 47,000 population? I just kind of zoned and built.
He played for 2.5 hours.
George actually, he told me he bought SimCity back at the launch and played it for a few weeks and uninstalled it. And he did not install it until we met through media services, and he watched some of my videos, and so he's been playing the last week or so.
Well, then you should play with him sometimes.
I
Play
plan
him
on it.
on, play with him on the stream.
He wrote me last night, and he says, he might not be. I can't remember the word he used. He might not be a princess, but if I choose him, he would. Well, I hate to say what he said, but because I can't remember. But I told him I'd play with just about anybody. I gotta check my sewage here. I, I have enough, but I'll add a little bit more. So George, how does my city look? So who's Burger Muffin? Check out Vine for you and Google rolling on floor laughing better than sex. What is that?
That's one of the spammers again. There was
Oh,
Zippy Brian, he was spamming the other guy a while back.
so I've just banned Burger Muffin.
If you can ban him, then you should, yeah.
I did. Oh, I was gonna add you as a mod early on and forgot. That's okay.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay.
So before we end this, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Oh, before that, I want to look at my density map and see where I could put some high rises where it's not gonna look too weird. I think I'm back here in the back.
Well, in the in the corner, maybe?
Where the high wealth is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. But you know what? I think it looks nice without. I'm gonna close all these because it's not like we need to finish missions to make money.
It
And
it it's just a little Disney village.
yes, exactly. So we're early in the morning. Oh, we got a fire. I still don't see your city building up. The one building's gone.
I'm placing down roads at the moment. I should start zoning though. Let's see.
Got the little balloons going up in the sky, which is pretty cool. I kind of like the medium density. Sometimes the high density is nice, but I like a lot of my city with just medium density.
Well, if you place one of the big landmarks, you can actually get them to change the houses. Like if you place a German landmark, I'm
Yes.
not sure which one. Do you get the German houses? It's
Uh, Brandenburg Gate gets you the German houses. The Eiffel Tower gets you the French look, and German, French. Oh, and Big Ben gives you the London look. Where
hmm
the train is when it comes in and it kind of switches tracks, it looks funny.
just disappears and then reappears another track.
Well, Peter's asking, why did you rebuild, Max? Missed that.
Um, I was just getting a lot of money in the city, and then I tend to rebuild it with more money, so I can build a bigger and more prettier city. Because if you have just the 25K in the beginning, uh, well, you can build a city just like Brian, but if you have more money, you can do more stuff.
Yeah, I got this new video card. I don't know if it's the city or region or what, but it kind of looks weird.
You mean the ground?
Yeah, I've never played in this area or this region before. Let me try changing the filter or even changing the brightness. Let's try warmer. Looks a little better, but the ground still looks dirty. Kind of look like mud.
Most of the time, I tend to build a city and then restart it just to get some more money. It's just my way of playing the game, I guess. And Brian, I can see the brown stuff as well
In your city or just in mine?
in your city. I think it has something to do with the trees you just plopped down.
It could be. Now, see this building that's on fire? It's really
Yeah.
not on fire because if you hover your your mouse over it, it doesn't say that's on fire. That's an infinite fire bug, which I think should be fixed with update 8. And it's supposed to be fixed with update 7 something, but it wasn't. Because if it's on fire, you can't actually bulldoze it. But I don't like seeing the fire, so I turn it off. But well, with the ground the way it is, I'm glad it's not just my graphics card because I just bought it and I would be upset.
Wildcard says, "Lol, maybe they sell fire extinguishers. The infinite firehouse."
Well, George, you called me. Was that about work or about play? I haven't checked my email in almost 3 hours now because I've been playing. But this was scheduled. When we scheduled this, it was over the weekend or last week, Max.
I think it was last week somewhere.
Oh, he's calling me about work. Well, this city's pretty much done, so I think it's time to end. Oh, you know what? I want to watch the sunrise. If the moon is over there, the sun's gonna come up over here, and then we'll call it a day. Sunrise is at 5 a.m. Sometimes it looks pretty cool.
Did the moon just disappear really quickly?
Yeah, it does. Sun comes up very quickly as well. How am I doing on my balance? Not too bad. 420 unemployed. Got medium and high wealth. So all I got to do is add some parks and fix that. Just one little area will do it. Let's see my land value here. I still never saw a McDonald's pop up.
You completely missed the sun.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, the sunrise, just where it changes is what I look at. Because I rarely ever see the sun. It could be the filters that I use.
It could be because the fact that you don't look up but look down onto your city.
Could be. There's not very many low wealth in this city. So let me go ahead and add more nature. I like the tall tree rows or short tree rows simply because they take less real estate. And after these buildings changing, that should fix my unemployment, hopefully.
Hopefully. Well, I like the way your city looks actually.
And
I like how,
George,
you know,
oh, I was going to tell George it wasn't a template. We just built, just throwing down roads and zoning. What were you going to say, Max?
I love the way I love how the people walk to work.
Oh, I do too. And Monty's little tip that I learned with the streetcar tracks, it does work well. You know, because one of the reasons I never used streetcars, I never really used the tracks before, and having a streetcar avenues were just, to me, overkill, too big for a small map. You know, I need to go to the streetcar map and see where the streetcars are going because they're bunching up there, which is not good. And are they just going in one loop?
Maybe you destroy the connection somewhere?
No. Okay, now they're splitting up a little bit. Because it'll loop just in this area here, but it kind of branches off over this way, and it'll branch off down this way. Well, George, I'll be uploading this series once I edit it a little bit, so you could watch what me and Max have, talked about and what we've done, and hopefully it was geared towards newbies. I don't know if I want to call you a newbie, but for somebody that hasn't played for a while and might not know a lot of tricks. The streetcars seem to be moving all right. It was just that instance where they are all bunched up. So let's look at the unemployment. 230 unemployed. So I will add another park somewhere. Let's make it a little bit. We'll make it high wealth. Simple walkway. Yes, I do have schools. There's a grade school over here that's actually teaching 905 students out of 9,000 or 950. Did I say it right? 905 out of 950. And I remember putting a college over here, which has taught 1,136 students yesterday. I don't think I put a college anywhere else. See,
You had one grade school, one college.
yep, one grade school, one college with an extension. Let's see how my health is doing. Well, police station is here. It's doing well. And fire station is there.
I do think he's referring to the fact that your streetcar drivers aren't driving that day.
Oh, okay. That's kind of funny. Well, by adding the parks over here, I noticed the drop in population panels. So I have nobody unemployed. Available jobs are all in 3 digits, so for each wealth level, so that's good. Shoppers. Oh, I have some shoppers commuting out to your empty city, Max. Some unsatisfied, but not too bad. And then homeless has dropped from 60 down to 28 now, which should go to 0 after everybody gets back to work.
So you're not having any problems with the fact that I don't have a city hall at the moment?
No, let me see. Tourism is out now. And safety, I haven't been using safety. I don't have a university or high school, so the only thing that's affecting me is tourism. So tourism would be
The boats, I think.
that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. My amusement park is down, and my ferry. But I do not have an upgrade. I can't add tourism myself. But that's a good stopping point. This concludes the gameplay with Max, but don't worry, the series is far from over. If you enjoyed these episodes, stay tuned for more and remember to subscribe to my channel.